Got my PT99 18-foot CB antenna in, and it does come with some nice hardware. It's a 4-section piece. The U-bolts with the clamps, they're for 1 1/4 inch pipe mast, or mast pipe. So that's sort of fortunate, very fortunate, because pipe mast I got for my tripod mount, which I found free on a curb by someone's trash. But the pipe I got was electric conduit, 1 1/4 inch. And this is a good, decent steel. It's pretty rigid. Just a 5-foot piece here for testing on the tripod. I think will work nice. And I might have to screw some anchors on some 4x4 as a base. So I think that'll work. Just for testing out before I make a permanent mount. So here goes. While they give some insight about what to use with it and all, they really don't have any picture instructions to show what parts need to go where. But if you're slightly mechanically inclined, it's pretty obvious. So you got from piece to piece and what size on the outer hex head on that. There's a couple different sizes on the lock washers that go in between that was provided. One of them's big, the other 3 are the same. Not same as a big, but smaller. They got normal nuts and washers to go with the U-bolts. And for the clamp on the pipe rail. So I think this is going to work out nicely. It does have a round part here, the adjustment nuts. I'm only putting this where it's about 6 feet in the air. So when it's screwed onto the mast, well, it's about 6 and a few inches. I'll be able to reach it for adjustment on those adjustment rings if the sine wave's off, but it should be close to right on the way they send it from what most people have said. All right, guys, I'm gonna get to it and put it together. Hey guys, I got it all set up on this tripod just for a mount. I screwed the legs of the tripod into these boards and weighted the boards with some totally dead, about 10-year-old backup batteries that I replaced in some of my UPS, computer backups. But anyway, so here's the tripod, the metal conduit with the antenna. U-bolted to it, and 18 feet above that in 4 segments. And it's actually getting better, a lot better reception and get out at this point. I think all I need to do is put maybe the other 5-foot segment pole with the coupler connection to make it 10 foot. From here I'm going to put a stake in the ground. Actually, I'm going to use a rebar pin, probably about 3 foot, get it about 1.5 or 2 feet driven into the soil right down here, just a little bit out, as you see where my finger is, so that it matches even with and level, going straight up or plumb with my eave. I'm going to put a block of wood, get it out away from the shingles a little bit, to put the clamp for the upper metal piece, and then I'll go up from there. And that way it's just right across from where I got my coax going in for my radio in the house. So yep, that's probably going to be my permanent mount, or do the same thing right here next to the mobile home and do it off the eaves this way off my house, but they won't see as much of the bracketing and pole from the street, only antenna sticking up if I do it here. So this will probably be a little stronger with this fixed foundation, and yeah, it's getting out better. Alright guys. Alright. Got it a little bit more permanently mounted. I know it's hard to see in the dark down here. I have the base on top of a rebar pin that's staked into the ground pretty deep. It'll actually help be a ground rod, so to speak, as well as a pole. Got 10 feet here up to the mount. Mounted against the eave, and it's above the roof line there. And man, 18 feet above that, all the way up there. It's a long ways there. I got the antenna all mounted, and that will definitely help. This was a two 5-foot pieces. Got a coupler right here, be able to connect it, get the wire zip tied on, help hold it down a few spots. But I'm getting very low reflection on the sine wave. I'm getting about 0.5 on the low end of the channels, 11 meter, and towards the higher about 1.1. I figured that would be good enough. Don't have to try to sync it too much more. It's all low and within spec. I did adjust it to get it there, but it could probably use just a hair more adjustment, but it was almost good out of the box, but needed a slight bit of tweaking and move those little adjustment rings up. Midway was out of whack on it, not tuned in good for 11 meters, so it was already towards the upper bit, about 2/3 up almost. I put it about almost 3/4 up, and it's right in there. So even when I had on this little tripod mount down here, and it's hard to see in the dark, and just on a 5-foot pole, I mean it's 5 foot taller now, but I had it over there. I was getting out a lot better to a few locals. I could actually hear one of my neighbors that's on the other side of 35, about 4 or 5 miles, and before I couldn't even get them. So it's doing good. Well, okay, that project's finished before the storm comes in. I hope this new antenna holds up in this cold front that comes down. Hate to have just put it up and then have it break, but we'll see. It's going through the test. Have a good one. Yep, there's a little chippy. Got a good wind coming through here. A little snow. Some ice is melting, but not real fast. I know whatever melts and stays water is going to refreeze. Got a sleet, rain, as in freezing precipitation, and snow. I had to turn the heat lamp back on that lemon tree. And so far, antenna's holding up. Good thing, it's got some weight on it. Hopefully holds up good. Maybe the ice will crack off and fall. But it gets a little slick on the ramp. Well, you guys stay warm. We're hunkering in. Have a good one.